It's that. It's stiff like it was in the freezer. In the back by the pizzas. We're gonna go like that. Oh, why is it jumping by 4? Try to get exactly 60. No, we'll do 62. 62. It's stiff like it was in the freezer. Here we go, here we go. Oh, we're lucky grasshopper. Yeah, you got corona. Oh, that's an ugly motherfucker. Well, I speak in English. As the player picks his subtitle, he picks English.
How can something as beautiful as this be dying? A plague is ruining the land, but the tree of life still stands. Question is, for how long? End is coming to the new world. The tribes stand divided, in need of someone strong enough to unite them, or bring them all down. This is a story with an unusual beginning. So, let's expect an unusual end.
Biomutant.
Welcome to Biomutant.
Sure. Let's check out settings, see how we do. Scale. Let's change the scale to HUD. Okay, I'm not gonna touch that. Damage numbers on. Revenue indicators on. Let's see. Comic book effects. Rotated view. Yeah. Let's see. Camera shake. Yeah, we'll keep it on for now. I don't know what camera shakes. Sensitivity, toggle on. Don't tell me I got toggles, but when they do that, can you just make like Call of Duty or hold the button? Smoothing. Okay. Keep it gibberish. Ooh, yeah, that's good. That's so stiff like it was in the freezer.
I have an appointment tomorrow at 2. That's the only holiday he has.
To get your brain checked?
I'm gonna get it tomorrow.
What opening? The guy I told you?
No, the barber shop went there really quick, and the guy was there.
Oh.
He's cutting him. He's the one next to Triano's in Sun Road.
Oh.
Yeah.
Triano's? You mean by Pizzeria? Perry's?
No, Trianos, that one?
Yeah.
No, it's the one by Triano before you get to do it.
Where's there one by
It's
Triano?
right next to Triano. Triano's right here, the same building. Right in the corner.
Oh, I thought that was a bakery.
The bakery is after.
Oh.
You know what I mean? It's right next between Triano and the bakery. Right there. It's a little barber shop. That guy does something.
Whatever floats your boat, Cupcake. Oh, easier medium, easier medium, easier medium, easier medium, easier medium, easier medium, easier medium. Easy, you have fun time. Medium, you can still lose. Why does that sound R2D2? It definitely sounds like Star Wars. You're definitely copying them.
Encode your DNA.
Oh. Primal is a nimble, discovered anthropomorphic breed. A hybrid with gene mutation making them nimble and dexterous and the cost of lesser developed intellect. I don't know what this stuff means yet. Let's see. Dum-dum is the least developed anthropomorphic breed. A hybrid offshoot that compensates the lack of mental prowess with a physical strength. Okay, so this is like your strong one, and then this is your, I'm assuming your, what do you call that word? Balance. Your balance, your strength. To an extraordinary developed anamorphic breed. A hybrid outcast with even DNA strain, making it act for both physical and mental challenges. Okay, so that's maybe balance. So this is intelligence, strength, balance. And what's this? Who was a generous, developed, a hybrid bitch, extremely tough and resilient. Pretty badass too. Renowned for high evolved mind, its genius is interlinked to the power of Kai, which amplifies their sonic output. It's so weird looking. Known as a definition of ideal breed, its evolutionary lineage is gone in the direction where form and appearance is dominated over function. Well, tell you I have no idea which one to pick. Let's look at the stats. That one actually goes up. Your health goes down. Power of Kai. So now, like, I'm gonna hit you. And it does nothing to help me. It does, huh? I have no idea which one to pick.
But every one that you select, the body and shit changes your stuff. You see it? Change your luck, your charisma. So depends how you want to build it, though.
Okay, I'm gonna pick the one I saw first. To find your character starting attributes, to see more detailed explanations what effect has each attribute has, press the middle button.
Define your genetic structure.
Oh, see? Now you can modify his genetic.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Look at my head.
Completely modifiable, dude. That is great. You can go to the body.
Oh, he looks sad. Oh, he's getting more evil. He went from sad to being evil. Look at that. And then he goes to happy. Oh, then he goes to grumpy. And then evil again. Oh yeah, look at that. Is this touching my stat? Oh, this is. God damn it. God dang it. He's got a rat almost right there. stuff does. Let's see. Vitality attribute defines your amount of health and energy cost of dodging. Oh, okay. Health, the amount of health you have, is valued by the increased level up and higher your vitality attribute is. Your health regenerates slowly outside of combat and can be replenished with consumable items. The amount of armor you have defines how much damage you take from an enemy's attack. Armor is defined by the gear you equipped. Strength. The strength attribute adds to your melee damage. The higher your strength, the more damage you deal. Melee damage. The higher melee damage stat, the more damage you deal. This is increased by increasing your strength attribute. So what does this attribute do? Yeah. And the intellect attribute defines how much Chi energy you have, for how fast your Chi energy regenerates, as well as the amount of damage you deal with psi powers. And mutations intellect also defines the amount of moves you can perform while trying to complete puzzles. Moves you can perform while trying to complete puzzles. Oh, that's interesting. Your power stat is used to define the amount of damage you deal with all kinds of psi powers and mutations. High energy is used for all kinds of combat, blah blah. And there's a lot right now. Your Chi energy is used for all kinds of combat. All special attacks, psi powers, and mutations cost energy to use. Your Chi energy regenerates and can be replenished with consumable items. Chi energy regen. The higher your Chi energy regen, the faster your Chi energy regenerates. That's how you say. The agility attribute defines your overall speed. The move stat defines your movement speed. Charisma. Your charisma attribute defines how easy it is to persuade other characters, as well as how high your barter stat is. Okay. I need that. That's what I usually do. The barter stat increases the amount of green you earn from selling items, as well as reducing the prices of the items you want to purchase. Luck. The luck attribute defines how lucky you are. The higher your luck, the higher your luck, the higher the critical chance and your loot chance. Critical chance defines the chance of your attacks becoming critical hits, increasing their damage. Loot chance increases the chance of finding more higher quality and rarity items. That's it. So, trying to get it just perfect. I'm trying to get 30 and 30 on the vitality and charisma and all the rest. About 27. Doesn't look like we can do it like that. Come on. Put 'em in my head. Huh.
Choose a genetic resilience.
Oh, okay. Biomutant, radioactive, heat, cold.
Choose your first style.
Oh, really? Oh, this doesn't affect anything. Oh, this is cool. Look at the change. Should zoom up a little bit. I wish I could have made him look like Conquer that further. Don't know where it's at, but it'd be awesome. It's kind of just in a section.
Pick your main color.
So what? I want to change the color of it all. I don't want to change it. I can't change it back. Oh shit.
Choose your detail color.
It's way too sensitive when you press stuff.
Pick a class.
Damn, you gotta pick so much stuff. That's tricky.
Mercenary. Deadeye.
Probably need my weapon and stuff for somebody to look at this. See that gun is on the bullets.
Mercenary.
Transferring left side of the blade. Why am I so hurting now?
Dead Commando. Psy-Freak. Saboteur.
He looks pretty cool.
Sentinel. Saboteur.
Oh,
Sentinel.
it tells you at the bottom too. Toughness, base armor is increased by 10%.
Saboteur.
Melee, dual wield skill. Equip 2 different one-handed melee weapons to dual wield them. Your dodge and your cost is reduced by 20.
Psyfreak.
Plus down and bullet tail. Move to it. Make you tell a ball in the direction you are facing with certain damage.
Commando.
Ranged weapon attacks increase 10%.
Deadeye.
Damage. Your ranged weapons are reloaded instantly. The next magazine upgrades 20.
Mercenary.
Melee, dual wield skill. Equip 2 different handed melee weapons to dual wield them. Melee weapon attacks inflict 10% more damage to the target.
Saboteur. Mercenary. Sight. Saboteur. Saboteur chosen. Sounds good.
Where is that?
Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun.
Yeah, buddy.
We're already at a crossroads. Choosing a path in life is that fork in the road where you make a choice or simply stop living. But for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice. A reflection of your key, the primal energy that flows through everything.
Let me introduce myself. I'm the light and bright side of you, or your inner voice to be precise, an echo of balance and consequence of your actions as you move forward.
Seems more like you're being lightheaded if you ask me, but you'll come around, eventually.
But what comes around goes all the way back around. So, it's better to stick to your instincts. You can't fight what's in your nature.
In your nature, and here I was hoping we'd be all about natural selection, survival of the strongest, and so forth. If that's not instinct, then I don't know what is.
Natural selection is all about evolution and progress. And as soon as there's enough light, darkness will disappear.
Weak.
Right is always right.
Not so sure about that.
Stories of death and the bodies left behind. A reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others. Do you remember the beast that shattered your family, or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the Predator only grew stronger.
I did a good job on the characters, but the background is so plain. Oh boy.
Better make a run for it. This is not the time nor place to end this story. This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes.
Oh, I'm dead. Sorry, I didn't touch my quick save.
The Predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the Tree of Life started to die.
Slice and dice. Slash and dash.
You find a weapon special effect add-on. Attach it to a ranged weapon to give you an extra damage type for as long as the ammo lasts. Some enemies have resistance or weakness to different weapon special effects, so use them wisely. Arcing Descent. Electric damage. To attach a special effect add-on, select it through your consumable quick menu. Hold up. Hold. Okay. I'm holding up on the D-pad. Alright. Just everything. You control your movements. Oh, nice. That's kind of cool. Pew pew! Okay. Clumpadoons. Clumpy dooms. I get you again. You get an energy pack out of the toilet? I don't understand that. Is that Plan B pills? Something's up. No. I can't get my drink open. What the hell?
You could put that to good use. Nothing like a little exercise. The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death. But some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways. Hot metal.
Damn. I didn't expect that to be there. I think this bottle is leaking. Can't tell unless I can get it open. Oh my gosh. Why is it so hard to open? I'm trying to loot. Trick for that bitch. You got channel locks. They're not big. Oh my god, dude. This is nuts. That bigger one. There we go. Sheesh. Okay. Let's not run into liquid metal. Get down. You're gonna fall off. Goofball. You're a goofball. Alright, go. Go. Both of you, skedaddle.
The oil sludge is everywhere. To most, it only means death, but some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways. Swoon. Good for whatever ails you.
Walk right to this guy. Terry. Oh, what is that? That turd. Different type of tag.
Shot.
Oh. Oh. What a dick move. I like them apples. And it looks like water. You can hardly see the name. Maybe because my brain is up too much, but still. want to do this. Please don't guess you can't go over there. Doors open like a boss. Enemies carrying a large shield. He's limited to break the shield with melee attacks before he can deal damage to the enemy. Okay. Oh, I can't shoot. Random balls. Come on, get some. Get some. Oh, you're pretty tall. It's not very satisfying hitting people. It's very dull. Very not on point.
Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight.
What do I do with that? Equipped it.
That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy.
Doesn't even put it on the right spot.
Whoa! It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it. The Morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you.
We just hit more often. I feel like I'm getting no hit mark.
Now that's a flesh wound.
Boom!
There's like no noises when you hit him. Sounds of the weapon moving. It's okay. You have like no hit markers like when you hit people. All you hear is like the weapons moving. So it's kind of dull when you're fighting someone and it feels like you're not getting hits in. And it's not so satisfying because of that. But so far,
Toxanol
everything else is okay.
vessels called arcs to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single arc they left behind that we know other arcs traveled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind.
Okay. Start to level up. Level up.
That's more like it. You can mutate even more now.
You found a puzzle. These are scattered around the world. Some open new paths while others feature different rewards. To switch to which node is selected, use L stick. I can't see the destiny node. Rotate the node, press L on a node. Number of rotations you have left, the higher your intelligence, the more moves you have. Each node has a certain position it must be rotated into to complete the puzzle. Running out moves that may have consequences. Oh, I didn't even see the nodes. Oh, through. That's stupid.
Just a few moves left. Make them count. There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right. But no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours.
That's how Biomutant happens. What do you know? Okay, well, I guess that's how you get to it. Pop open this door like a boss again.
The sound of spark metal going pew-pew is never
Pew,
a
pew.
good thing. It's coming from behind that door.
You think?
A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. Just a few moves left. Make them count. There you go. The Wheeled One is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. Boom! Person, you've used up all your key energy. Who can stand against that? Cutting edge. Hack and slash. Tapped hard. Neutralized. Flash the slash. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the Wheeled One before backup arrives.
The Wheeled One. He's the real G.
He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why. He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up. He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then, the night everything changed. There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and he's happy to see it's true. The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old and sad. The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark, a facial scar to remember the past.
Child could have been anyone, but the evil had fled and left a mark, a facial scar to remember the past.
It's a scar you're covering under that eye patch, isn't it? But he would have recognized you anyways. You look exactly like your Muma. There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Looper Lupin did to your village, your Muma and Popsy, was the beginning of the end.
The what? Loma Tuaha. Ko bubuya buy.
He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the present, to find your way back. But he's grateful you have.
Papa Mofubak.
It was after the attack that the unity fell apart. Your Muma's disciples divided and formed tribes as a reaction to the blight that had fallen upon the land.
Light. Come on.
Befarbihita. Un tokob kirko. Loma Tuaha.
After the old village was destroyed and you disappeared, a struggle between the families erupted, and over time, the disciples turned against each other.
Evunko tubuvum momambuso?
Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would have survived. He hopes you at least remember the tree.
Come on. I'm just looking up something real quick.
Asks if you are tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Mooma knows you are here. Sounds like he thinks she does, despite your heart growing dark. There's nothing as powerful as a Mooma's love. He understands why you came all the way out here, to see them, the potato people.
Potato people.
The potato people,
potatoes.
or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree here, fueling its source of life. You might be right. The Nono prefer to hide in glitter grass. He says you should get over there and ruffle it. See if you can make one come out of hiding.
Oh shit, he's way bigger than me. Damn. Am I gonna get bigger? My kid still? Oh, my little kid in this. What do you mean ruffle?
You found one. You should be proud. They don't come out for everyone. The Nono's key energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete its cycle and grow into a tree of life. Only time will tell. At least his intention is to dedicate his life to it. He has the feeling the fate of the world depends on it. You'll need to support the tree. The way it'll grow tall is with the burst of ki released from the Nono as they become one with the tree. You'll need a net to catch the Nono, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be gentle. The Nono are sensitive beings, an embodiment of ki, the... You handle that net like you've never done anything else. He's impressed. They're hiding in the glitter grass that mostly grows deep inside damp caves, where they draw mineral. One day, he hopes the tree will have grown tall enough to sustain the world.
It's a DNA tree.
Now that you've seen the Nonno's connection with the tree with your own eyes, you have no reason to doubt. From this... One day, the land won't be as peaceful. Not even your Muma will be able to protect us. You can already see the effects from how reckless those before us acted, and unless something changes, we're doomed. The land won't survive the side effects of the old world's industrial advances. He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Muma comes looking for you. You did good here today. No, she's got lots on her mind and needs rest after the raid last night on the Lupin camp with her disciples. Wonders if they let the Predator family live or not.
Damn.
For the what?
He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. It's part of a trail you can follow. He says he remembers every single day he devoted to growing the Tree of Life, but now he's afraid it might be in vain. The tree started to die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that that the World Eaters arrived. The genetic evolution that occurred after the apocalypse that Toxinol Corporation inflicted on the land set the World Eater's DNA into overdrive. His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Nocco has tamed the Midget and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. There's one at the end of each route. The road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support. His friends aren't strong enough to end this on their own. He wants you to understand that you'll all die if the tree isn't saved. His friends have prepared something specific for each World Eater. The Mekton, the Octopod, the Majute, and the Goo Glide are almost ready to ride. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters. You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb. Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters. A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see.
Whoa. That was a big motherfucker. Walk away.
That must be the World Eater that chewed off Out-of-Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. The World Eaters have made their marks on our world over time. That's not the first nor the last village it'll leave in its wake. Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive.
He's
heard the stories about the terror inflicted by the World Eaters to other enclaves, but never expected one to come all the way here. He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues, even if the Tree of Life survives the attack. He doesn't know what your connection is to this place, but something tells him you've stayed true to your heart. Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged, not by your intentions. He's grateful for that. You still seem to have a spark of light in you.
That's a spark of light in you!
What's there to like about light? It hurts to look at.
Not as much as it hurts to look at you.
Always making this personal.
And you're always trying to pretend it's not.
There's Out of Date again. He must have missed something important. Out of Date says you will make a better stand against the World Eaters with the support of a tribe, and there are two nearby. The Myriad tribe is likely to be a good match as they act on the understanding of the greater good and have a code of honor. Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the conflict between the tribes is worse than ever, teetering on the brink of war. The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world, and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way. Out of Date says someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the balance of power to either Jagni's or Myriad's side. He believes the tribe's Sifus, Myriad especially, will listen to you and expects you to pay at least one of them a visit and play your part. Myriad is convinced that defeating the World Eaters is the only way the world can be saved, but they've been forced to focus on their rivalry with the Jagni tribe. Out of Date will be waiting for you beneath the Tree of Life if you lose track of what you need to do. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters.
Well, which one's which? Hmm.
Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be?
Why is it lagging? Oh my god. Stop lagging. Looks like a girl. This shit's lagging hard. So, bag pokey? Why is this lagging? Oh my god.
It's unusual that natural tunnels like this still exist. Most of them got flooded.
Drop it. Drop it. Drop it.
This area was beautiful before the tribe war began. Look at it now. It's a war zone.
So much extra space, but nothing to done with it.
That's the Myriad Tribe's fortress. Will they be friends or foe? You should head up there. That way you'll know. Let's see. It's a beaten path to that door. If you go there, you'd better make an entrance. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. Hopes you have patience. The Sifu can't stop himself from talking sometimes. Let's hope this isn't one of those days. The Myriad tribe act on understanding of the greater good and a code of honor. They believe uniting the tribes is the only way to restore the peace. The Sifu is convinced that defeating the World Eaters and saving the Tree of Life is the only way to make the world a better place. He welcomes you to the Myriad Fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu. But he was hoping you'd show up. The news of a vigilante Ronin on crusade crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 has preceded you. He heard you took out-of-date side against the scavengers in Bunker 101. It seems you believe in helping your next, and that's something you have in common. He's convinced you've returned for a reason, and is glad you chose to come here. There's something about your spirit that sparks memories of you as a kidling. He can still sense you're kind-hearted. The Sifu says sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages, even though she taught him a lot. He was one of the original Wang Fu disciples. Your Muma invented Wang Fu. Originally, it consisted of unarmed combat and the 6 weapons: the boomerang, the shuriken, the bow, the staff, the nunchuk, and the hook and chain. The Sifu says it's time to set the past aside, at least for now. Unrest is sweeping the land, and there are rivals in all directions. Myriad wants unity between the tribes. Their goal is understanding of the greater good. If you believe there's some good in everyone, there's still hope for tomorrow. You'll unite the tribes and defeat the World Eaters to save the Tree of Life. He didn't expect that of you. You're the essence of a being born good. It seems that the darkness that's fallen on this land has also gone to your head. He thinks you should reconsider and follow your heart instead of your mind. Otherwise, he'll have no choice but to treat you as a rival. He offers you to return and take your place at his side when you've found out you've picked the wrong one. And with that, he urges you to seek protection at Jackney's Stick Fort as soon as you can. He won't be able to guarantee your safety now. He says that not taking a side in the tribe war is the same as taking the other side. If you're not with them, you're against them. Goodbyes are not forever. They're not the end. He assures you that he is going to be the be-all and end-all before this is over.
I didn't want to choose that. I wanted to have a choice. That's stupid. I should tell you.
Let's see.
Are you not saying? Don't tell me it's just screen. Okay. What the hell is that? Oh, you can't say. Oh, that's stupid. Oh, super stupid. I mean, I gotta see the road.
That's the Jackney tribe's fort. Their friendship can be a blessing or a curse. It's up to you. You're either a part of their solution to the tribe war, or part of the problem. Let's see. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. Points out that the Sifu has a tight schedule, but is willing to let you in and find out if he has an open slot.
What's their seafood look like? Imagine a Kung Fu Panda. Seafood.
The Jagni tribe wants to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. They want to vanquish the tribes, as the only way they can guarantee peace is through supremacy. The Sifu is determined to let the World Eaters destroy the Tree of Life, as it's part of their strategy to cleanse the world and start anew. He welcomes you to the Jagni fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu. The news of a cold-blooded Ronin crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 preceded you. He's referring to your rampage through Bunker 101. It seems you don't mind a bit of blood on your hands. That's something you have in common. He understands that sometimes we need to lose ourselves to find ourselves. But he's glad you chose to come here. There's something about your spirit that sparks memories of you as a kidling. He can still sense you're kind-hearted. Sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages, even though she taught him a lot. He was one of the original Wang Fu disciples. There were 6 of them, but the unity fell apart after Lupa Lupin attacked the old village. Soon after, they formed new tribes based on their own values, and when the Blight started, the animosity escalated to war. The Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance in their favor, and with you by their side, he's confident you can vanquish the other tribes. The one he wants to deal with first is the Myriad tribe. The Jagni's destiny is to do what others are too afraid to do. To vanquish past and future disillusions of unity and take control of our destiny. Uniting the tribes and saving the Tree of Life won't change anything. Their kin must put an end to the war before war puts an end to them. It'll cost bruises and broken bone. Being defeated is a choice they won't make. They've talked about that, but words do not frighten those who feel no. He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen. Even if you see the world differently, you must hit them as soon and as hard as you can. The outcome of this war is up to you. Tells you not to be afraid. Your fate cannot be taken from you. Claim the rival outposts and once you've conquered the rivals' outposts, you'll challenge their Sifu for control of their territory, tribe weapon, and kin. The only kin who count are the kin that are left standing at the end of the war. Let's focus on making that our kin, not theirs. Seeing you brings back his memories of the old village. Jagni doesn't want a new unity between the tribes. Their goal is to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. He remembers your kind and unselfish soul, and...
You already said this.
Anyway, you'll pass your old village on your way to the first rival outpost, but we've got no time to be sentimental. War doesn't wait. He can't blame you for not remembering, but he can sense the stillness of something lost. It's Jagni's fort.
See if I can go back before I join Jagni. That's stupid it does that. What if I want to pick the good? I don't know now. If I'm forced to pick this. Very beginning. Oh, yeah, okay.
A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see. Must be the World Eater that chewed off Out-of-Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. The World Eaters have made their marks on our world. Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive.
Bayo, Oshina Toshina, Imasahil. Fairy tale.
He worries there won't be much left to say.
Penalinde sitawa. Fairy tale.
He doesn't know what your connection is to this place, but something...
Fairy tale. Jetsuji machawa.
Anyway, he needs help, and
Winchawa. Hilse safala.
That's a spark of light in you!
What's there to like about light?
Not as much as it hurts to look at you. And you're always trying to pretend it's not.
There's out of date again. He must have missed something important. The myriad. Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world, and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way. Out of date says someone needs to...
Well, make sure you know what you want to pick.
He believes the tribe Sifus, Myriad especially, will listen to you and echo. He can sense you share Myriad's view. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and... Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be? It's unusual that natural tunnels like this still exist. Most of them got flooded. Pow!
guy's lit.
This area was beautiful before
I'm
the
picking the
tribal
good side.
began. Look at it now. It's a war zone.
Where is it? I'm missing. Yeah, they did go up this far. I don't remember going up this far. Oh yeah. Maybe. Oh yeah.
That's the Myriad Tribe's fortress.
Check,
Will
that's
they be
too much
friends
space.
or foe? You should head up there. That way you'll know. Let's see. Let's see. It's a beaten path to that door. If you go there, you'd better make an entrance. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. He can see you're a free spirit, so he'll let you in. The Sifu is always interested in meeting someone open to joining their cause. The Myriad tribe act on understanding of the greater good and a code of honor. They believe uniting them. He welcomes you to the Myriad fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu. But he was hoping you'd show up. The news of a vigilante Ronin on crusade. The wall that separates them from the other side? The wasteland you came from? He guesses the time spent there just left a blank space in your memory, as empty and barren as the wasteland itself. He's convinced you've returned for a reason, and is glad you chose to come here. There's something about your spirit that's... The Sifu says sometimes one memory can make another come to life. There were 6 of them, but the unity fell apart. The Sifu says it's time to set the past aside, at least for now. Unrest is sweeping the land, and there are rivals in all Myriad wants unity between the tribes. Their goal is If you believe there's some good in everyone, there's still hope for tomorrow. You'll unite the tribes and defeat the World Eaters to save the Tree of Life. He was hoping you'd join them. You understand that there's no harm. The Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance in their favor, and with you by their side, he's confident you can unite the other tribes. The one you should coerce first is the Jagni tribe. The Myriad were placed here to fulfill a certain purpose, chosen to unite the tribes and take control of their destiny. The tribes need a firm hand guiding them into the future. Their kin have run out of options and found themselves backed into a corner. Even those who desire peace have been forced to prepare for war. You need to take the struggle to the enemy, or the enemy will bring it to you. When survival is threatened, there's no other option left but war. He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen. You both have gentle minds, so they want to wage a gentle war. A war that bonds as much as it breaks. Tells you not to be afraid. Your fate cannot be taken from you. Claim the rival outposts and earn the right to wield the tribe weapon. Once you've dealt with the rivals' outposts, you'll challenge their Sifu to unite their tribe with yours and let your kin share land again. You were all part of the same tribe once, but without your Muma there as a guide, the disciples turned on each other and formed their own tribes. Seeing you brings back his memories of... Myriad wants unity between the tribes. Their goal is understanding of the greater good and establishing a code of honor. He remembers your kind and unselfish soul and can sense you still have it in you. Anyway, the memories you make with your family are strong and can sometimes come to life. Passing the old village on your way to the first rival outpost might help. Even though it's now a different place from a different time, it is a place that'll make you remember. You have things to do, places to go to. Says you're welcome back.
Labu? Labu? Oh, he got a boomerang. Boomerang. What's back here? What you hiding back here, man? God. Please play hacky sack? Sides of the wall, the real animal would. That would be crazy.
Thinks you should track down Goop. He should have completed his surfer-durfing Google-eyed by now. Understands you have things to do. Says it sure is dark out here. Says goodbye to you. Mentions a place not far from here they call the Dead Zone. Understands completely. Believes the Tree of Life is a metaphor. Hopes to see you again soon.
It stays lagging.
Thought you were smart enough to know better than to try to save things. Says you should take care. Shines happy that the Myriad can count on a friend. Wishes you... Thinks Myriad and Netra are evenly matched at the moment. Says you should take it easy.
Take it easy.
Sparkles about how brilliant it is to have someone like...
Ein ouch ala George. Kipaho yuno pachigatila e jaun. Zibrik na tulo mudre mayo.
Wonders what would bring anyone out. Didn't have... So, says you covered.
Walk into someone's house.
Hates that you're wasting your time trying to improve things. Better to wipe... Says you'll see each other. Says you used to keep to yourself, but now at least you act. Wouldn't...
Mier, Alenzua, Wingarishnu,
Shines happy that the myriad can count.
Cantioni. Ufi, Agabara, Omora Miara.
Claims to have strange things from the dead zone that are so rare they need to be seen to be believed.
Ufi, Agabara.
Can sense you want to practice your skills at bartering.
Alright, yeah.
Sparkles about how... Says talking to you...
It's a pleasure.
Tells you to look for... Understand... Says the... Says you should...
Rayo tesutjo.
Tells you to...
Tulo tulo, mudre mayo.
Shopkeeper claims you won't be able to find better goods anywhere else. Says you're in good company. Every...
something. You know, he just gonna run and fucking move.
What the hell?
The gatekeeper welcomes you back to the fort. Says you'll see each other.
From my fault. It doesn't seem like you've gotten any faster when you do this. You're hiding over here, huh? What you hiding over here, huh?
Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit
Wonky
hard
mump.
by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurred.
You think Satan would be in here? Fucking. There's your way to put the game out.
Time is lost on this place, but it evokes a tingling sensation. There's something special about it, drawing you closer.
Is that village in the middle? Yep.
Let's see. Look at you move.
When she duel with me, she never fears tails. This special attack. Enemy will fill once. So far it's not doing what I'm supposed to do then.
As time passes, memories fade, and sometimes feelings change. It's not about who you were, it's about who you'll become. This story is far from over. Echoes of a long-lost past, like whispers in the wind.
doors and big ass houses.
Here's someone who takes each day as it comes. He asks how you are today. Then he wants you to know that if you find yourself going through bad times, you should just keep going. He wonders where you've been. He hopes you've been out at the lake, practicing your swimming technique. Learning to swim can be scary when you don't know what you're doing. But fortunately, he's here to give you a helping hand. He thinks you should really know how to swim by now. And he'll be honored.
Just like Jolly run around.
He says that wasn't too bad, was it? At least you learned that you'll drown if you don't swim. But you need practice. Lots of practice. Great. You just need more time in the surf. That's the only way you'll ever learn how to swim. You can never try too hard. Judging by your Mooma's look, it seems you forgot something. You promised you'd train with her before the sun goes down. It's time to go. The dedication to training is important. You can't rely solely on the fact that Wang Fu is in your blood.
Andro?
You should know, practice makes perfect.
Andro?
As long as it doesn't kill you, it'll only...
Andro?
She'll see you at the village square.
Andro?
She'll be waiting for you. There will be a surprise for you at the end, too.
Big motherfucker.
Here's another familiar face with lots on his mind. Asks how you're feeling today. His only interest when creating is that what he comes up with... He was hoping you could help him pick up some scrap for a thingamajig he's working on. He thinks you're truly a... You should look for things that are recyclable. It shouldn't take you too long. He wonders what usefulness you found. He says whatever it is, it shouldn't be left lying around on the ground. He can work wonders with almost anything and asks if you know how to upcycle. That's the spirit. You can't make a difference unless you get your hands... He'd love to teach you to upcycle, and the scrap you found would be a good... You did well, but he can't help but wonder why you decided to craft a weapon. He appreciates those able to deliver a... He understands, but hopes you won't be needing it anytime soon. He thinks mastering the 6 weapon styles of Wang Fu is more than enough for anyone. He's looking forward to seeing what you'll make next. It seems you have a talent. It looks like she's starting to lose her patience. You know she doesn't like waiting for you. She wants to see you on the village square right away. Then you've got a good excuse. You share a responsibility to prevent hardship on nature and the environment. She wants you to grow up and start thinking for yourself. You really need to find yourself before she's gone. She won't live forever, you know that. But she intends to make the most of every... You've always followed your own path, but this time she needs you to follow her. She wants you to understand that whatever path you choose...